guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching X-Men 97. Hey guys, well welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 10 of season 1 of X-Men 97, the finale. We were left with quite the cliffhanger in the last one with Wolverine being pulled apart by Magneto, which I'm pretty sure he's ripping out the adamantium, which I've always wondered if he could do that. It just seems like a little too like enticing to just be like, you're annoying, rip, and like take it out. And I think that that's what happened. But, you know, we've seen Wolverine heal from a lot, but also we've seen him with the bone claws, which I hate. They're so, when they come out of the skin, it's so gross, but I'm pretty sure Wolverine's going to survive and we're going to see him in that state, which actually works out. So Magneto can no longer manipulate the adamantium. But one thing that Magneto is manipulating is, well, I don't even want to say manipulating Charles, but like he's got the helmet on Charles. So he's stopping Charles from using his telepathy and his psychic abilities. Is it psychic abilities? Anyway, he's stopping Charles from doing Charles's thing. And, you know, Cyclops had to stop Charles from actually like ending Magneto. And Magneto is just like giving in to your darker urges. And, you know, we've never really seen that from Professor X. And if we have, I don't really remember. Everyone who is like a casual X-Men viewer like sees him as like the Captain America kind of figure, where it's just like he's always trying to do his best and do the right thing and the kind thing and the empathetic thing. And in that moment we saw something that was really dark from him, and I kind of dig it. Like, you know, sometimes you have to get your hands dirty. So that was an interesting scene. Now, Scott, of course, stops the professor because he's like, we need to give the Gold Team a chance. And, you know, we've seen Forge fly into a mountain. We saw Storm fly into water. I think they're both fine. We didn't get them back just for them to, like, be incapacitated that way. We had Sunspot fighting Jubilee. And he was kind of pulling his punches a little bit. And then she was just like, no. Like, so I think we might see a little bit more of that in this next episode. Of course, Rogue definitely joining up with Magneto. You know, she's hurt. Losing Gambit was so damaging for her, and you know, she saw it. She saw the destruction of Genosha, and she told everyone, you weren't there. I saw it. And I get her anger and her need for revenge, but if Magneto doesn't like reverse the whole pull thing that's happening, the electromagnetic pull, the magnetic poles of Earth, if he doesn't like reverse that, or I don't know if it's ongoing or what, but like, you know, Storm was just like, there is no future if we don't get that back. So we need balance is essentially what we need. I mean, we could put everything in every story with the need to bring it to balance. We also saw Cable, who was taken over by Sinister, fighting Jean. And they were both using their telepathy, or I keep saying telepathy. I don't know if that is like telepathic powers, but it looked like Jean died. And I don't know if that's the case. And I hope not, because I would hate for Nathan to be responsible for Jean's death in Scott's eyes. But I do think Scott thinks that she's dead. And I don't think she is, personally. I think maybe something has happened to her, or possibly happened to Cable. I'm not sure. But like, if Sinister doesn't meet his end at the end of this season, just give me that. Just give me that. Bastion might go on further. You know, we don't have the collar on him yet to like stop him from being able to use his, oh, what do they call it? Like he's like a mechanic telepath or something like that, where like he can use like a technopath. See, what happens is when you take a day in between, all of the terms and everything just float out into oblivion. So it's gone, but I'm really excited to see it. So I don't know if I'm missing anything or if I'm skipping anything. I'm really excited to get into this episode because it is the finale. It's huge, and I want to find out what happened to Wolverine and with Jean, because like they're very, very important, and like what's going to happen with Xavier and obviously Magneto. And then where Rogue is at in this whole thing. You know, I don't know where Nightcrawler ended up, and you know, I would hate for it to be brother against sister. especially because of how empathetic Nightcrawler is. I would hate for her to do something stupid. So I don't think she would necessarily, but you never know when emotions get high. And I don't know if we're gonna get like a Shi'ar like ship flying in to save the day or something. I don't know. I feel like Xavier's girl, Lalandra, might just be like, nah, my man, you ain't gonna do that to him. But you never know. I'm not trying to think of a way that like we can save everybody, and I don't know why the Shi'ar is an answer in my mind. It's probably not. It's probably just like a little pipe dream and like kind of like a little romantic for the lady to be saving a man's. But you know, whatever. This is the time to dream big. And this is the time to do it. So guys, let's get into the episode.
Here helping the survivors if we
Just
cared
chilling.
about staying alive? We care about others, as do most, I believe.
I love Charles.
If they exist, why wouldn't they use their abilities to make the world better for all people?
Oh, Charles, you summer child.
They're already the best everything. They even fight over who's the best victim.
Ain't that the truth?
Have you met others? I've met several, many alone, and they will be feared.
Hated.
Not if we guide them. Help them cherish their gifts.
They're like on two opposite ends and we need balance. That's all we need is balance.
Alas, my new friend, minds are far harder to bend than metal.
Word. Are we in a memory?
Charles, how shockingly far you've fallen.
Yeah, I didn't catch that.
Welcome to your mind, Magnus.
I love it.
This is a violation.
How can he do that with the helmet on?
Restore Earth's power, or I will force you to do so.
I don't know if you will, Charles.
Such psychic penetration risks leaving both our minds shattered.
Please, then, heed reason.
I feel like at some point you have to take that risk.
Heed what happened when my village used reason while others used tanks.
He's got a reason to be angry. He does. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay! Oh my god.
Charles, please!
Oh god! We good? We good? Okay! Iron Man, Captain America? I'll take it. Is it Daredevil? It most certainly is.
The inevitability of my vision.
Doctor Strange?
How many times did you fail to stop me? Fail to save your carbon copy mothers? Make him speak, Sinister.
How many times, my writhing
I hate
thing?
this. I hate this so much.
200.
Oh, it's
200
a
times.
tear.
But how's your mommy, Sebastian?
Oh, I like it.
Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor, just dead. Again. Like you.
I don't know. I think Jean might turn into a phoenix.
An example must be made. Cable will stop at nothing to undo the one true future. But he is as blind as his deadbeat dad.
Whoa. You shut your mouth.
Maybe you two should have listened to what Time's got to say about my mom.
Is it the phoenix? Show is, bitch!
I am Phoenix!
Wow. Wow.
The Prime Sentinels were never your family. They did not choose to become slaves to hate.
Oh, this is phenomenal. Can they just undo all of that? Oh, maybe don't drop them from the sky.
You think peacocking makes you whole again?
Oh, she gonna take you out.
Oh, truly, you did not think at all.
All I do is think. All this mutant DNA you stole to stay duct-taped together. But the Phoenix burns away the obsolete, the underbrush of our fears and insecurities.
Please, no!
Oh, so sorry. Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Show me my face.
Looks the same to me.
Oh.
Your powers!
The Phoenix Force is gone now, but I could feel it deep inside, pulling me back to protect my son.
Yeah, I knew we weren't done, but, you know.
My Sentinels and I were meant to save the future. You have sealed humanity's fate.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh my god. Whoa. This is a great design. I don't know what that makes him, but that's amazing.
Power goes on and these two go lights out. Why ain't they waking up?
They might be like brain dead or something.
Magnus,
Are they still connected?
are you all right?
Who's Magnus? Who
Uh-oh.
are you?
Oh no.
Good news is their pulses are steady.
So is Wolverine.
Okay, good.
Don't you dare break her heart. Be the best at what you do. Heal.
My psychic attack shattered Magnus's psyche. I must restore it before the pain consumes his mind.
Oh my
Sir,
god.
if you're still linked with him when that happens,
Both our minds will be lost.
Magneto put us in this mess. We won't lose you again.
I
In order to
agree.
save the world, we must not lose him.
Professor,
Why? Why is he so important?
Bastion's inbound to you. Forge and Beast are working on getting us up there, but he's more than flesh or metal. Bastion is the future incarnate.
I mean, did they just create the thing that they were trying to fight? The thing that they were trying to stop?
Odds may be bad, but the cards are always in the X-Men's favor.
Oh, I love how we're just like a team again. Oh, that is such a cool design. I'm not gonna lie. He's pretty badass.
Name was Gambit. Remember it!
Remember it. Atta girl. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love her! God, we were robbed of having such an amazing rogue in the movies. Whoa. I love it. Just back to new. Oh, shit. Take off your glove. Will that help? Oh, I love it. Okay, who is this?
Roberto da Costa, the disowned heir.
Nice, Roberto.
The name's
Whoa!
Sunspot.
Whoa!
Definitely got more flair.
Oh, I'm so happy for Roberto.
Vote yes, and you best pray our children read their textbooks more than their Bibles. For only history could be conned into forgiving us.
Is this supposed to be Black Panther?
Sir, King T'Chaka is right.
Oh, yep.
We know next to nothing about Asteroid M. This could do more harm than good.
Don't do it. So dumb.
I have you, Magnus.
Oh.
I'll always have you, even if I'm pulled under too. Together, we will resurface.
Those men, Boots, those monsters took.
I don't think Magneto's story will ever not be heartbreaking. Good job, Roberto. What is he doing? Oh, Jesus. It's like a tractor beam.
Xavier's students never learn.
Okay, Kurt, thank you. I mean, I think it's gonna take everybody to bring him down. Good job, Kurt. No! Oh my god, I can't even say anything. I'm so wrapped up in the drama here. Whoa!
You'll never hurt my family again!
I love Cyclops. Whoa! Nice, Jubilee.
Game over, Pleasoid.
I don't think that was game over. But I dig our confidence.
You call yourselves a team, a family, but a family that can't save itself merely works together to die alone. Behold, my family.
There's always sentinels. There's always sentinels.
The Greeks did love horses.
Oh my god! Aha! They fooled me. Come on, beast.
Cooley, he is the future incarnate.
Do something, Scott. Do something!
Stand down, team.
What?
We're gonna do what we've been telling humanity to do for years. Stop fighting the future.
And embrace it.
Wait, what?
I know how it feels to have the things you trusted, the future you were building, crash down on you, and refuse to let go even as you're buried by what should have been.
Wow.
I massacre you freaks and you're recruiting me? Humanity is going extinct.
No, they're having babies, and more of them like us.
There's just one pickle, dear.
Yeah.
Missile alert. Missile alert.
Humanity would rather die than have kids like us.
The Magneto protocols.
Yeah, how do we stop that? Oh, I guess we don't. Well, shit. But by destroying the gravity core, aren't they just dooming themselves to having the asteroid fall to Earth? I mean, did they think that, like, that was a good idea to blow that up and send it back to Earth anyway? Your boyfriend's hot.
Got Jubilee, but you guys are about to be the biggest hit since the Ice Age.
That's not funny.
Are there other means to restore Asteroid M's orbit?
Theoretically, yes.
Okay, let's hear it.
Eureka! That's it.
Okay.
Indeed, the odds remain reckless. But if we all work in perfect unison, we may just spare our world a dinosaur's fate.
Okay, well, doing what? I don't know even like what they're even planning on doing. Apparently in unison, all together.
Those rebel leaders I told you about in the future, rambling about the adventures of the X-Men. It pissed me the hell off. I belonged in those stories too, growing up, fighting alongside.
You were. You always were.
I'll tell you, those legends really didn't do my folks justice.
The day you were born, your mother told me you had my eyes.
They're good eyes.
And now they're yours. I love you, son. Okay, Jean, it's time. Let's go.
Oh, I'm so happy that he got that. I mean, I don't think that they're gonna kill everybody off, but... Wow. So we don't have... It's not working at all?
She can't say it, but I can.
I love you, Logan. Stay with me.
Oh.
The asteroid's reaching terminal velocity. They won't have enough power to escape Earth's gravity.
I'll support down. Engine integrity down to critical levels.
I don't know. Can Magneto, like, wake up and help? Can the professor?
The X-Men and I may not resemble each other, but we are still family.
Absolutely. Chosen family, not by blood.
We had a dream.
A dream that made us a family. And like that dream, any family worth having
is worth fighting for.
Wake up!
Your name is Professor Charles Xavier.
And you are Eric Magnus Lensher. But the man you were meant to be chose another name. Do you remember him, Magnus? Remember what he was meant to do?
Magneto lives!
Yes, he does. Come on. Whew, different Magneto protocol. Destroyed, gone, alive, dead? What just happened?
6 months after E-Day.
E-Day?
And rumors still swirl about the fate of the X-Men. In other news, President Kelly takes heat about the situation in Santo Marco, where extremists are preaching the second coming of Magneto.
Howdy.
Yikes. Oh boy.
Must be a damn fool walking in here like we're friends.
Oh, we're
Where you been, dude?
Just not yet. Name's Lucas Bishop.
Yeah.
Searching for mutants to carry on the torch.
I looked for months. I couldn't find a trace of them, or the damn asteroid.
Scarlet Witch off-world.
The X-Men are dead.
Luckily, this ain't our first time at the X-Men are dead rodeo. But it's less a question about where and more when.
Yeah. They time traveled.
We gotta go rescue the X-Men.
From when? Hey, girl.
Hank?
Egypt, 3000 BC. So is this apocalypse?
Where are we?
When are we?
Damned if I know. Dang asteroid exploded. Now we're here.
I love Kurt.
What is the saying? We are not in Kansas.
Mm.
Jean! Jean!
Oh, they're in different times?
Scott, over here.
Are you okay?
We're not alone.
Right, Mom.
Okay, okay. Oh, he's dope.
Perhaps our recently rescued friend holds the answers to our location.
Yes.
You may call me Mother Ascani, leader of Clan Ascani.
I don't know what that means.
I sense no need to be afraid.
Nathan.
Oh, wait. What?
What is your name?
My name is En Sabanur.
I don't know what that means. Wow.
Oh dear.
Oh dear indeed. To be continued. I mean, yes. I know that there's a mid-credit scene, so I'm gonna wait for it. But did Scott and Jean get to go to Nathan's future where they sent him originally? So they get to see him as a boy. That makes me kind of happy. Okay, here we go. Present day Genosha.
So much pain.
Apocalypse.
So much death.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, I don't even know what to do with myself right now. Okay, so I don't know a lot of like what was happening at the end there when they were going, but from what I figured is that I thought maybe they went, pardon me for not knowing what 3000 AD was. I don't know actually what those dates were. But I thought one of them was that they went back to the apocalypse time, only because I've seen X-Men Apocalypse all of one time and I've never watched it again. But I know that that took place during like Egyptian, like, well, not took place, but apocalypse was a thing during the Egyptian times, I think. And then for Jean and Scott, I believe they're in the same time that Nathan traveled to. The fact that they're in two separate places is mildly upsetting, but I'm actually okay with it if that's the case. The moment we got with Scott telling his son that he loved him, and that moment of like Jean claiming that Nathanael is Nathanael is my editor, that Nathan is her son, was absolutely beautiful. Her coming back as Phoenix. That's why like I never doubt whenever Jean Grey dies, is because I'm 100% sure something's going to bring her back. I mean, most of the time when people die in the X-Men, they're brought back some way, somehow. I think it's really weird that Forge didn't know who Bishop was. I don't know if he should have or if he shouldn't have, but I do think that was really interesting. And then we got to see Scarlet Witch was off-world. Maybe a planet, what is it, Planet M? Is that where she is right now? With her No More Mutants line. There's certain things that I know that I don't think I should know and I don't have any context for, but I do know that. Wow. Okay. So I'm thinking Bastion was obliterated, or maybe he was sent into a different time as well. That is definitely possible. Just his design when he got the collar, and like I don't know what happened to like turn him into that Cable's arm, the tech from Cable's arm, like maybe a more futuristic, well, because he was the future, you know, so that actually makes a lot of sense. But like that whole design was actually really freaking cool. Like what a villain. Them like stopping and Scott's like trying to like do what Professor Xavier always wants to do, which is embrace those that are different and let them know that they have a family and they have somewhere to go, instead of being angry and punishing other people, whether it's the entire world or a specific race. I thought that was actually a real beautiful moment, but I was like, do something, like shoot him in the face, do something, anything at this point. The people on the ground. So let's see. Jubilee, Roberto, Sunspot, who is awesome. Forge, and I think he was with Val. I think that's what we were seeing. They're still alive, along with Bishop. And then we had the Professor, Beast, Rogue, Nightcrawler, and Magneto in Egypt. And I don't know who En Saba Nur. I don't know who that is. But I was just like, is that Apocalypse? And I was like, oh, it's not Apocalypse, but his design was really cool. And then I'm really loving, because I have the cast list up right now, that Ross Marquand is Professor X and Apocalypse. I love that because Ross Marquand does fantastic voice work, and I'm glad that the MCU is keeping him in-house doing all the things. You know, we get to see some of our other, like, you know, Daredevil, again, we get to see Captain America, Iron Man. I'm kind of like, there was like somebody else who had like the flame thing shooting out. I don't know if that was Psylocke. I think she just uses, I don't know if she uses anything that has like flames or whatever. I'm sure like that there was appearances by other mutants that a lot of people were excited about. But yeah, I mean, I think the end game for the majority of all of the X-Men, whether it is the comic book run, the television show, and the movies, is that it all leads to Apocalypse, who's kind of the big bad. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. The fact that they're in a different time, I am so glad that Bishop was able to tell Forge that. I'm also kind of like, I don't know how we realize that they're in two different times. I don't know if Nathan's going to remember something, but I'm so happy he had that moment with Scott. Oh my God. Both of those moments with Scott and with Jean. So, you know, they could like really be a family, and that Jean embraced him as her own instead of it being like this thing that was Madeline's, that it's very much something that they share, and it's something that they both went through regardless of the body. They both went through it, and they both feel those feelings towards him and that love. And I love that moment. But Apocalypse at the end with the Queen of Hearts and Rogue. Rogue fighting Bastion and saying his name was Gambit, remember it? Ugh. The fact that I have a horrible feeling in the pit of my stomach as though we're going to see Gambit again, but it's not going to be Gambit. That's mildly upsetting, but you know, sometimes we can bring people back from a darkness. Charles helping Magneto inside of his own mind and help him remember who he is. and that like the darkness is always there for everybody. And I know Magneto feels like he's out on this island, like he's the only one that's ever gone through this, maybe in specifics, but you know, I think most mutants have faced what he's faced. Besides, you know, obviously Auschwitz is not something, obviously that's different, but you know, everyone has a darkness in them, and they can either let it control them, or it can help them, push them further and be better, stronger people for the people around them, so they can make a better place around themselves. And you know, that's always what Charles does. Now he's very much an idealist, and you know, he sees sunshine and rainbows and unicorns when he thinks of, you know, a glorious future between humans and mutants. And I think that I definitely think Magneto, when he thinks about it, he's filled with that darkness, and so he's unable to see a happy, you know, harmony between the two. And he kind of is more of a realist, and he sees it for what it is. But I think, again, if we can meet somewhere in the middle, humans have to be on the same side as well. And I don't know how many times we have to save Earth and we have to save human skin, but at some point they have to kind of go, you know what? They're not that bad. You know what? I embrace them as my neighbor. And I think even, you know, like we see a lot of hatred in the United States, and I can only speak to the United States because when I've gone to other countries, I haven't seen it. I've seen nothing but love and empathy. But you know, there's a lot of like different sides of people that like we see. And lately I've seen this surge of hope and love and embracing others, and people who are different or disenfranchised or whatever it may be, that, you know, that we care about those people and we hold them with empathy, rather than being like what makes you think you're special, and, you know, either play the victim card or, you know, victim shame. And I think that like embracing people and things and places that are different than you, and not being afraid of it, but leaning into it, is probably the only way to have that actual harmony. And you have to have everybody on the same page, and there will always be outliers and fringe people, but I really truly believe if people leaned into it, that they would definitely embrace things and make the world a better place. Okay, so there was so much of this reaction where I was just watching. I was not even reacting. I couldn't, because I was just like, this is beautiful, the things that they're saying, the things that they're doing, the story that we're being told. You know, there's this melody that we have when certain characters talk that like you don't want to interrupt the song. And definitely when Xavier was talking about family and Magneto was having his moment, those were very beautiful moments. And even when Bastion was talking about the future, and just like sometimes, even though it might be a harmony that is hard to hear, it's still like you don't want to interrupt it, because it is an important song that is being sung. And I it's so funny that I thought the Shi'ar was going to interrupt. T'Chaka was the other one that we saw. I was like, is that? No. Oh, it is. Okay. I definitely found myself watching and enjoying more than reacting, and I'm pretty sure you all did the same thing, that like there wasn't a lot to react to other than to have your mouth hanging open and being like, wow, wait a second, Gates McFadden was Mother Ascani? That's my girl. Oh my gosh. I love how Star Trek has seeped its way. I don't know if Star Trek seeped its way into X-Men, or X-Men seeped its way into Star Trek, or if we've just had that like collision of coming together. But I love that we have the overlap of Star Trek and X-Men. Makes me really happy. I love that Gates McFadden was in there doing a voice. I'm all lost, and I'm definitely gonna have to watch a recap now that I can watch new Rockstar stuff, because I've been trying to avoid recaps, because sometimes they plant certain things in my mind that, you know, they're like, in the comics this, and so I just be like, oh, everyone already knows that, and then I'll say that and they'll be like, no one's called him Sunspot yet. How do you know Roberto's name is Sunspot? Because I was an idiot and I watched a recap. But sometimes it does kind of inform me a little bit more that like the direction I was heading was incorrect, or I was on the right trail, or I was nowhere even close. It was, what show am I even watching? So now I fully look forward to watching a recap for the entire season. That's going to be awesome, and probably tell me what to expect in the future, especially when it comes to Apocalypse, because that's a big one, and I'm excited for that. But guys, if you want to watch the full-length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to one episode early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What do you think of this finale? Did you expect apocalypse? Because I 100%, like, I didn't know anything about it, and I was like, it's apocalypse. And then, you know, the little thing at the bottom said apocalypse is talking. I did not expect the Queen of Hearts to be in his hand. That makes me nervous. But with Apocalypse and Gambit, is that a story in the comics? In the comics. Oh boy. Oh boy. I have so much more to watch today too, and I'm already kind of off my rocker. But yeah, what about Apocalypse and Gambit? Were Scott and Jean in the same time as Nathan was sent to? And was that their Nathan? With Egypt, is that where Apocalypse originated from, or is that just me making that up because it was in a movie? I was like, do you think like maybe they could have Oscar Isaac come in and do the voice of Apocalypse? Because as much as I didn't like that movie, I'm here for the Oscar Isaacs of the world. Anytime him or Pedro are in something, I'm like, yes, I'm here for it. But yeah. Okay. I'm going to go watch some Full Metal Alchemist now, so I'm going to leave you here with this. But let me know in the comments down below how you like this season, what you're looking forward to in season 2. I don't know when that comes out, probably like a year and a half from now. And I know it's not the same showrunner that we had. He's seen my Gambit reaction. I don't know if you guys know that. He liked it. He liked it a lot. But I think he's not working for them any longer, if I remember correctly. Which is a bummer, because this was an amazing season. So whoever's in charge of season 2 better step it up, and they better not mess it up. That's all I got to say about that. Okay, guys, come back here for season 2. Hopefully I am wiser in the X-Men world, and I have done a little bit more research, and I have watched more videos. I tried to do that before, like certain things, like there's like a 3-hour video on Secret Wars alone or something about that, or I don't even know. And I was just like, I'm losing my mind, and I can't remember any of the stuff that I just watched, but I'm always going to try. I'm always going to try. So come back here. I'll still fumble, but I am funny little gal, so hopefully I say something funny, wacky, dark, crazy, silly, stupid, you know. Me. All right, guys. I'll see ya.